Howdy ho, guys and gals. Welcome back to the Den of Tools. I'm back working from home, as you can see, trying to get back into the swing of things. But it is December 4th. It's Monday. That means it's time for deals. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I tried. Oh, that was terrible. Anyway, first off, before we jump into it, Olight is having their big Christmas sale coming up end of the week here. I'm going to have details and stuff that and links down below, but I just want to show you. Of course, the Arcfeld is like, and this is the new Arcfeld Pro. It's my new favorite of all things when it comes to, all like EDC carry lights, stuff like that. This thing is fabulous. It's got a high intensity light. It's got a laser. It's got a UV black light kind of thing, so you can find all sorts of stuff. This is great. They've got, and of course, this is like the third version of this thing now. Well, they've got a new cousin coming out for the Arcfeld. I don't think I'm supposed to be showing this to you, so I want to give you a quick little glimpse. It's this little sucker here. Can't really tell you all this thing does, but we'll hopefully have a video later in the week here showing it off because it is cool. It is nifty, all right? Nifty. Who thought I'd use that word? Nifty. Anyway, the whole Arcfeld line is expanding. They got the deals coming up. We're going to jump into it later. As I said, later in the week, we'll have more details and stuff like that. And then also, I'll have a coupon code for anything that's not on sale so you can get a Den of Tools discount on top of it. But let's jump into the regular deals. First off, I'm a huge fan of the Dewalt Stealth Sonic wet dry vacs. They are fantastic. Oh my gosh. Having a dry vac that does not make you bleed from your eardrums is amazing. It's if you see my power videos where I use it to test the power ratings on some of these power stations, and you're like, wait, is it on? Oh, it is on. You gotta love that, all right? And they're not cheap. Now this is the big boy, 16 gallons. It's got everything you need there. 259, 260. Call it what it is. It's 7% off. Not a huge discount, but I'll tell you what. I've been just sitting on top of these, waiting for any kind of discount. So any kind of discount is a good discount when it comes to these Stealth Sonics. Now I get it if it's out of your price range. So here's another option. It's not going to be whisper quiet, but look at it. It's got all the extensions, all the filters, everything you need. VacMaster makes some fantastic stuff. They're kind of the unsung hero. They make a lot of stuff for other people. The great 6-gallon basic small wet dry vac. It's got the little ears on it that hold the hose so you can wrap the hose. Keeps everything nice and tidy. On each of the wheels, you got the little where you can stick the little accessories so you're not losing stuff. As again, it's not the super high end. It's just your DIY around the house, around the shop kind of thing. But it does a great job, and they're really well made. And for $80, normally $100 on that, I think it's a pretty good deal. Now we got I think 3 ODB2 deals for you here. First off is Blue Driver. Now a lot of people are fans of Blue Driver. A lot of power, a lot of punch in a small package here. Normally $120. Now this is a deal that's going to go quick. 81% claimed. It's only got 3 hours left. By the time this gets uploaded, you might have an hour on it. So you want to jump all over that if you can. $80 is a great deal on that one. Next up, we got the Top-Down Bidirectional. Remember, bidirectional lets you talk to the car talks back. Normally you're just listening to the car telling you stuff. This lets you tell the car, hey, try this, try that. And you can see if it reacts and what it does. This is where real diagnostics start. Top-Down makes some of the best stuff out there. Normally $459 is the MSRP on this. The deal price is $325.89, and there's a 23. Who made up this coupon? $23. The $23 off coupon on this. That takes it down almost to $300 for a nice wireless bidirectional. That's right. It plugs in the ODB port, so you don't have to sit there right in the car. You can sit down outside the vehicle. I'm not sure what the range is on this one, but at least you don't have to be right there. Now, if you want a more traditional version, X-Tool, of course, again, one of the top players in the ODB2 market here. They're in the prosumer to professional market. And the X-Tool D7 here. It's on sale for $329 down from $419. I actually have this one in my truck right now. I was just using it today. Believe it or not, I actually got out of the house today. Yeah, I did. I left my power supply to my laptop at the shop. I had to run down and get it. Anyway, $329 on that one. 80% deal claimed on that already. So if you're going to want this, you're going to have to jump on top of it. All right, and then next up, 70 My. We've talked about them before. I did a video of their 360 camera. This is a great deal when you really look at it. So a good camera like this, a dash cam it's better than insurance in most cases because it's going to prove that it was the other idiot that was at fault. Anyway, what you're getting here is you're getting the front view and you're getting the rear view. All of that also connects to your cell phone there, so you can download all the images, the video, and everything else for $88. That's a great deal on that. Plus, there's a 10% off coupon. That's going to drop eight bucks and 80 cents and change, I think. That's not too bad considering it's got a Sony sensor in it, a 2-inch LCD screen. It's got WDR night vision for $88. That's a pretty swell deal. Swell and nifty. Boy, I've been listening to too much of the old school Christmas music lately. Anyway, Autovox, I've talked about them. We talked a lot about their solar one, which I still run on my Suburban. Absolutely love that thing. For being able to do just like a 5-minute install, and you've got a backup camera on anything, and especially if you got Suburban, we get that split rear window and it's hard to see out the back anyway, or you got one of the older pickup trucks you can't see out of, especially if you're running a 3/4 or 1-ton that's way up there, or one of the lifted ones. These things are fantastic. Now, another option is this. This is more for like the RV kind of style, but it works in SUVs, vans, works on your trailer, that kind of stuff. Coming in at this, the CS2, coming in at $120 with a $32 off coupon on that. All right, now guess what? They got something new, and actually they just sent it to me, and I haven't had a chance to take a look at it. It's still in the box. I haven't been doing much these days, but check this out. This replaces your mirror, and your mirror becomes a rear view, a backup camera, and a dash cam. So you can see down there. Let me show you with the mouse. There's actually a little sensor down there. So it's a dash cam and a backup camera at the same time, and it's the whole display of the mirror. That's pretty awesome. It's not cheap. $260 on that $50 coupon, taking it down to $210. If you think about that, you're getting, if you were to buy the dash cam and the backup camera separately and install that, and then you got, this puts it all in one display. That's not a bad option there. All right, now this I ran across recently, and I can't speak from any kind of personal experience, or even, no one's even talked to me, but talk about a nice, cheap, and easy way to put some rear off-road lights or tow lights on your vehicle. For $26.77 on this, it's kind of the cheap and easy, out, if you would, for putting some extra lighting on your vehicle. For $26, especially if you had like a camper or something like that, maybe a van if you're doing kind of van camping, the kind of stuff. That'd be a great deal to put up on the back of the camper or the van there for $26, $27 almost. That's not a bad deal right there. All right, the Dewalt, we got to talk about this one. Still on sale. 1/2-inch, 1/4, 3/8. This is a great starter one and done set. It's a great mobile set. You're just missing the pliers. You can grab some pliers to go with it then. But as far as, I'm not a huge fan of the ratchets that come with it. They're not bad. They're just, the ergonomics are weird on them. They're decent ratchets. They will get a job done. I mean, you could do work with the ratchets. There's no doubt about that. And you got a ton of sockets. You got a ton of extensions. You got a little bit of filler. You got some bit drivers in there for $154. And DeWalt's really killing it with that. Now, Amazon's doing something new here. They've got this Explore. You can have these different categories where you can explore stuff. And they've got impact wrenches in here. Look at this. We got a ton of DeWalt here. We got the 20-volt max for $279. We got the Atomic 3/8 for $181. We got the DCF 900B for $237. We got the Ryobi with the stretch nose. I guess there are pictures in here. They're weird. But you can go through it anyway. Look, we got some Milwaukee stuff. Now remember, Amazon is not an authorized reseller for Milwaukee. However, Milwaukee's they could deny you warranty-wise of what we're talking about. They could deny you in warranty over that, but they have a history so far of just going on if you don't have the receipt, the birth date of I think based off the serial number of the unit. So you still should be covered even if you buy it off of Amazon. Anyway, they got a lot of course, some of the Amazon brands and whatnot. Anyway, I thought it was a unique little setup here that they're adding there to Amazon, and some great little deals on impact wrenches as well if you're looking with black and red or maybe even some of the Amazon ones. But talk about a great deal. Look at this. The drill bit set here back down to under $10. As I say, I love these sets, whether the bit drivers or the drill bits or anything else, and they all click together. Great for portability. They're all over my shop. They're everywhere. Anytime they're under $10, basically I buy one, and that beats that quota, under $10. That's a great deal right there. All right, let's talk about some pocket knives. We've got a multi-tool Gerber. I'm not a huge fan of Gerber. Nothing wrong with them. I like the style of the Leatherman better, but they do have this little arm. They call it the arm bar drive, where the bit driver is offset back into the center line, so it actually works like a screwdriver and it's centered on it. You're not kind of doing that offset rotation when you're trying to use the bit driver on it. It's pretty neat for an everyday carry kind of pocket knife. You lose the pliers, but you got some scissors there. You got was that an awl? Like I use those all the time. Of course, don't we all use those? Pun intended. And the bit driver, that's not bad for $35. Now, I want to talk about some of what I always call the Amazon pocket knives. Now, they have these pocket knives that range between $20 and $60. And they're just kind of middle of the road, great everyday carry, not like collectors kind of style, not high end. They're not Benchmade, something like that. But for everyday use, the Civi brand makes some great stuff. Look at this small EDC knife, basically 3-inch, lowest price in 30 days at $26.25. That's a nice little knife. All right, now this other one they've got here, this one is unique looking. Look at that. That looks like it's like a pterodactyl claw or something. Because, I've seen a lot of pterodactyl claws in my life. Anyway, lowest price in 30 days. Spiny dogfish folding. I really like the handle on that. I don't know what it's going to feel like in the hand. But I am intrigued by it. I might actually have to buy that. I like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out. $51.60, lowest price in 30 days. Again, they make some great stuff. Now, talk about another brand out here, and I've given them a hard time because when you name your brand this and that color, come on, it's the big red DCK. There we go. See? A little Freudian slip there. But anyway, I give them a hard time, but the honest truth is they're a decent brand. They're one of the bigger names coming out of China. As far as I understand, they're a professional brand. That's when I did a whole thing about who they are and everything, who owns them and whatnot, about a year ago. Anyway, you're looking at, I've talked to a lot of people who have them, and they're all impressed by it. And this is the hammer drill, brushless. So a brushless hammer drill that is, at least by our terms, prosumer, pro level in some cases, coming in with a battery, with charger and everything else for $80. Well, that's something you got to consider, right? Now, if you look at also the impact driver, they got the brushless impact driver, your standard quarter-inch brushless impact with battery and charger and everything else. And it's not one of those cheap little like 1.3s like Dewalt throws in. It looks like it's a decent battery, 4 amp hour battery, coming in at $70 with a 10% off coupon. $10 coupon on this one. So that makes it, instead of 80, makes it $70. This is 70 minus 7, $63 or something like that. I've been sick, guys. Don't trust my math. And I gotta talk about the Bosch. I know you're like, Jeff, Brad, you've been telling us all the time about this thing. Dude, it is that good of a deal. This is the Chameleon driver with the flex click, and you get all those adapters with it, and you're getting the oscillating multi-tool for free with this for $150. It's a screaming deal. If you've been thinking about the Bosch 12-volt line, or you're in the Bosch 12-volt line, you don't have these tools, this is a must-have. This is just one of the best power tool deals I've seen this year. Now, let's talk about cheap. Look at this. I keep following the whole mini chainsaw market, and Saker is one of the better known ones out there when it comes to unknown mini chainsaws. But if you've been thinking about trying one out, $40. $40 for a mini chainsaw. You're getting one battery with this. It's not one of the bigger combo units like we've seen with everything else. But it is, and I think it's the 4-inch, if I'm not mistaken. It looks, yeah, the 4-inch. And the 4-inch is tiny. You think of it, 4-inch, that's a tiny chainsaw. But you can do a tiny amount of damage with a tiny chainsaw for $40. Maybe try it out. Now, they do have bigger ones also. But anyway, that's the deal going on right now for $40. I saw $40 on the Saker. Saker's basically, they make some decent stuff. They do. Ego, of course, Ego. I'm a huge fan of Ego, the Cadillac outdoor power equipment. $165 on their 530 CFM blower, 2.5 amp hour battery, and charger included. So you're getting the full kit. It's not the biggest end. It's not the lowest end. It's in kind of that medium kind of, but it'll move some leaves. It'll move the grass. It'll blow stuff around. It'll clean out the shop. Plus, it's got the battery and the charger. That's a great deal on that one right there. The Igen, I'm a huge fan of this company. At least are these flush cut snippers here. And we got 3 of them here. We got the basic 6-inch ultra sharp. These are the ones that I have. They're $8 on this. We've got the little snips here, the 170s here, coming in at $6.97. And then we've got the 330s coming in for that ultra sharp ultra precision kind of cut there, coming in at $7.76. Again, I'm just kind of a company out of the middle of nowhere coming out with some great stuff. I'd love to see them expand the line. All right, we got Milwaukee. We got a couple sets, 2 or 3 sets of screwdrivers here, 3, I think. We got Milwaukee Tri-Lobe with the tray. Nice, slides right into your toolbox there. These, I do not believe these are the made in the USA, because you look at them, it doesn't scream made in the USA. And you trust me, when they are made in the US, they are not ashamed to tell you that. So I don't think that's these, but for $57, it's a nice set with the tray, slides right into the toolbox, ready to go. Now, if you're looking for something a bit more traditional craftsman style, here we got the bi-material 8-piece set here. Normally $28. It's on sale right now for $16.98. And then my favorite budget set is on sale again for $40 with the $8 off coupon, taking it down to $32. That's the Sun who's nobody can pronounce that. Anyway, but for a bargain basement budget set, you're getting 66 pieces here. Now that's all the bits and stuff. But look at this. This has got a great set, nice handles. It's got the pass-through so you can run the other screwdriver through it for more torque and that T-handle kind of setup. Nice solid case. You got the magnetizer, demagnetizer. You got some stubbies. You got some minis in there. This is just a great all-around one-and-done DIY level set of screwdrivers. And they're, everyone I've talked to has them, thinks they're fantastic, all right? Now, one I can tell you that is fantastic. Now, I've got this set, and granted, Nico did send this to me a while back, but one of the best master impact sets for the prosumer out there, or even the budget pro, really. You're looking at the half-inch drive master, SAE and metric, no skips, 10 to 24 millimeters, deep and shallow. This is just a fantastic set. The ratchet is it's a ratchet. I don't use the ratchet. I guess I keep it around in case of an emergency or something like that. Throw it at the kids when they get out of hand. I kid. I wouldn't do that usually. Anyway, no, $169, $170. It's 11% off. Haven't been a lot of sales on Nico, and I understand why. You get a lot of stuff there in one package. It's a great setup. All right, now let's talk about the skill. Now, if you guys saw the combo kit a couple weeks ago, we did was like $60 for the drill and the impact. So if you're in the skill line, you're like, this is awesome. I need more stuff. Here you go. It's going to get you an extra battery, another charger. So you have 2 chargers. You'll have a couple batteries. And this is your 12-volt right angle impact driver. Who else has a right angle impact driver in 12 volt? Come on, that is pretty nice there. Add a little socket adapter on there. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's keep going here. We got the Irwin countersink bit. This is a great little countersink set here. You should always have a countersink set lying around for miscellaneous uses. For $21.49, that is a great deal on that one. All right, we got the Bosch MS4034 drilling and driving set. 34 piece here. There's the inside of it. It's not the highest end ones, but it's some good bits there from Bosch for $15. That's a nice little stocking stuffer. All right, now let's jump over to Ace. Talk about a stocking stuffer. Chasing down batteries is the biggest thing. Now, currently, I use where is it? It's around here somewhere. I've got an ammo box, one of those plastic ammo boxes I just chuck all my batteries into. I have to pick up one of these because you got great storage. It stores. We got 9 volts. We got 110s. 110s. We got 9 volts. We got triple A's. We got double A's. We got C's and D's, and it's got a battery tester built into it. So you got a ton of storage. It's transparent, so you can actually see at a glance everything you have. For $15, I think I'm going to upgrade from the old ammo box and get one of these. Now, that's over at Ace. Now you got to sign up for the Ace Rewards, which is free. That's going to get you $5 off the price, down to $15. That's a great deal on that one. All right. Over at Walmart, they got the Costco 8-foot, not Costco, Costco 8-foot signature ladder here. 300-pound capacity. It's a 1A 12-foot max reach. It's got the little platform up the top, nice wide steps, nice solid ladder there, 8-foot, again, for $126.60. Now let's jump over to Acme. They've got another Dewalt set here, 247-piece mechanics tool set here. This is for $154. Anyway, you'll have to contrast and compare between the two sets, figure out what's right for you. All right, we're going to jump over to Murdoch's. Now, if you haven't heard of Murdoch's, I'll forgive you. They are a farm and ranch store. We got all these regional farm and ranch stores where they're the ones near us. Now, they do ship. Shipping on this is free shipping on orders $99 or more. Okay, so this set, if I'm not mistaken, is coming out. Let me see, I got pricing card here for it. $288 on that. All right, $288, and this is the Dewalt set here. You're getting the light. Of course, can't forget the light. You got the sander, you got the impact driver, you got the drill driver, both of those brushless. Then you got the XR multi tool, and the sander's XR. So you're getting two XR, two brushless, two batteries. That's a nice kit there. That's one of their better bags. I gotta say that much. Definitely one of their better bags there. Okay, now there is a $5 shipping surcharge, even though there's free shipping. That's I. They're not a. It's not a big company, guys. All right, so cut them some slack. But that said, they have one of the best BOGO deals going on. And you see me making this face because I'm on YouTube, so I gotta be careful how I talk about it. So here's some coupons. Look, there's some coupons from Murdoch. Now these say they last from the 24th through the 26th, but they also say while supplies last. And I was able to go yesterday. And yes, I left the house yesterday, and I bought one of these deals. And they in fact they said that they had a whole bunch still in stock, and they were going to sell it at this deal until they were out of them. Now, if you don't have Murdochs in your area, I totally understand it. Maybe you can take this and show it to your local store and have them price match, or maybe it's worth the drive to a Murdoch's. But you get one product. It was made in what year was it? It wasn't 1910. It was right after 1910. It's a size 45. And I know some of you are frustrated. Just say it, blah, blah, blah. Not your channel, dude. You know what? Tell what. You can talk a big game, but when you build up a channel and you want to get shadow banned, then you do that. All right? But that said, and then the second item you get is in a size 12, and it's not the pump style. It's not the break open. It's the semi-automatic style. No, it's not the best one out there, okay? It's definitely a bargain basement made in Turkey kind of thing. It's not the kind of thing you go trap or ski. It's the kind of thing you're going out for a day at the blinds kind of stuff. But it'll do. You know, good starter one, good brother-in-law one. But I had a whole bunch of the stuff in size 45. I haven't had the 45 in a while, so I needed to get one. And I saw this, and getting a free, like, at the price it was $450. And it's not the basic GI. It's got the full beaver tail. It is nice. I was really stunned. I mean, I've had these. They're made from a company that's named after one of the cities of the Quad Cities, and I'm not talking about Bettendorf or Moline or Davenport. It's the one that's made of rocks on the island. So, yeah, we got to do this on YouTube. We got to do this dance. But anyway, check it out, because that is a screaming BOGO deal. Could not believe the savings on that. Anyway, we've got some bonus stuff, and then I've got some generators for you here. New Wave induction cooktop. I have one of these. Me and a buddy, actually, when they first came out, they were selling them online, as seen on TV, and you had to buy two of them. So we went in together, bought the two of them, and we each kept one. And I still have it. It still works. Still use it all the time. It's fantastic. Great for camping. Great for adding around the holidays. You need some extra cook space. Use it down at the shop. $68. It's just an absolute screaming deal on that one. Let's see what we got. I got to talk about Backfire. Backfire sent us one of these. This is an electric skateboard. They sent me one. Excuse me, I'm laughing because, oh my gosh, thing does 35 miles an hour. And look at the light on this thing. It's amazing. My kids were beside themselves, and I'm like, no, I'm not letting you ride a 35-mile-an-hour skateboard. I don't care if we tape pillows all around you. Now, I got a buddy of mine who used to skate and stuff, and he saw it. I'm going to give it to him for a Christmas present. But we're going to get a video out of it here for you. I think I got a video of Eleanor just sitting on it. And you gotta watch it. She had the skateboard backwards, so she's all braced, ready. I had her sit down. I got a helmet, all ready to go forward, and it goes backwards. It's hilarious. Anyway, they're having a big sale right now. A bunch of stuff. They just came out with a new version also, so take a look at it. If you're looking for some cool kind of holiday gifts for that kind of person in your life, go check it out. Anyway, let's get into the deals. So, EcoFlow is having a huge Christmas sale, up to 58% off. They're going to have a video coming out later this week with maybe even more savings. I don't know. But right now, they've got everything's on sale. I got links and codes down below, but go and check it out. If you've been waiting, man, it's that time of the year to invest. EcoFlow, of course, they are, as far as I'm concerned, the top of the line when it comes to home power equipment. We talk a lot about Anchor and some of the other ones out there. By the way, and for those of you who've been following the Segway drama, Segway called me, Segway Corporate, and I had a conversation with them. And they did throw that other company under the bus and said it was a rogue agents and stuff. I'm going to do a video covering all of that. It'll be fun. But anyway, EcoFlow, be sure to check them out. Let's talk about some gas, though. Okay, Westinghouse. Westinghouse, I think, I would rate Westinghouse as the top of the line of the bargain level, like the third tier kind of stuff. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not as reliable as a Champion or the Harbor Freight Predator or a Honda, something like that. But it's not bad, and you get a lot for the money. Look at this, dual fuel, up to 12,500 peak watts there, coming in at $1,149. It's electric start. It'll do about anything there. That's a whole lot of power there for just was 1150 on that. Now, if you want to get into the mid-tier bargains, okay, Pulsar, not a big name, not a well-known name, but I got a few people on the channel, a few viewers gotten back to me, and they're like, hey, I bought the Pulsar. I couldn't say no to that price, because look at this. You're looking at a 12,000 rated peak. 12,000 rated peak, 9,500 running, gas and LPG. So you're looking dual fuel on this for $900. But wait, don't order now, because there's a coupon code on it that knocks another $50 off. That's $850. $850 on a dual fuel electric start 1200 watt starting peak generator. Oh my gosh. That is a lot of bang for the buck, and that's why a lot of people have been willing to try Pulsar and see what they can do with them. It has decent ratings. It does have a little tiny bit of a fishhook, but people on the channel have said they've been happy with them. This is the kind of thing where if I were to do it, I would buy it, I would take it home, and I would put it through the ringer. 2 weeks, I'd run it, I'd do the break-in, just like you're supposed to, then do an oil change, and just trying to punish this sucker and make sure it keeps running. And as long as it does, I mean, because then you got Amazon backing it up, at least for a little bit. Wow, that would be a great deal on that. $850, that's a lot of power for $850. Now we got another Westinghouse. This is the single fuel, electric start, 7,500, 9,500 peak, coming in at $710. That's 21% off of MSRP. All right, and that's why I'm like, I gotta show you those options. All right. Now Champion, of course, I'm a big fan of Champion. They got their open frame inverter. Now that gives you the benefit in the inverter. That inverter makes that power smooth, clean. You can run all your delicate electronics, your iPads, your tablets, stuff like that. Should handle it fine. $655, $654.89. Was it? We got 6,250 starting, 5,000 running. All right, this is single fuel, open frame inverter. It's not going to be as quiet. Now it's going to be quieter than a standard open frame because it'll ramp up how hard the generator runs based on how much power is being drawn, and it'll make that power. It'll give you that perfect clean sine wave kind of power. But if you want really quiet, you need closed frame inverter generators. Let's jump back to Westinghouse. This is it. This is the quiet kind of power. Super quiet, 4,500 peak. I think it's, 3,500 running? 3,750 running on that. It's a good solid, electric start, RV ready, gas powered, parallel capable. In fact, it's got remote electric start. So I used to give people a bunch of, for having the electric start until I got one with it. It's just luxury, dude. You just press the button, it just starts. It's nice. It is something you need now. Especially if you have an electric start, you can walk out, press the button. But the remote start is nice. $800. That's the lowest price in 30 days. And this is a solid, small home, emergency power, also RV generator. Great for that. Now, if you're wanting something, you're on you're on a budget. You need a bargain one here. Well, we got something even a little bit less expensive, and I got one more after this. This is the AI Power 4300 ready, compliant, portable, lightweight, telescopic handle, so it has the suitcase style handle that I love. It doesn't have all the other bells and whistles, but you're coming in at 750 for a 4300 watt. That's starting. Running on this is going to be, well, it's running. It's going to be about 100 less, right? I don't remember what the running on this one is. Anyway, you're looking at 750, but there's a $100 off coupon, so that makes that one 650. So you're looking at $800 here for the top of the line Westinghouse to the AI power, which is not bad. I've run some AI power stuff. It's all worked. At 650, that's something you got to consider at that much power. Now look at this. We got the AI tech coming in here. This is a 2,000 watt generator, 1,600 running. So 2,000 starting, 1,600 running, lightweight, 380 on this with a $100 coupon. Fully enclosed, inverter, super quiet. So you're going to get pure sine wave. You're going to get quiet power. And for it's $280, you could buy two of those, parallel them together. You'll have to get the parallel kit, which is going to run you, I think, $100. But still, that is a great option. That way, if you only need one, like I am, I'm going, out. We're going camping for the day camping or something like that. Or I'm going to go to a party. I just need one. Then just take one. But if you need them both, you're going RVing or something, take them both. And the great thing is, like, you got a travel trailer, you don't have all the kind of storage like you do in a fifth wheel or a Class A or something like that. So you can take two of these, and you can stick one over here, and you can stick one over there, and then it makes it way easier. They're lighter to move because you only have to move half of it at a time. That's what I'm saying there. Anyway, that's something to consider. AI tech, they're not the top of the line, but they're not terrible. Let's look at the reviews on it. There's a bit of a fish hook there, but again, it's the kind of thing, take it home, run through its break-in period, and then rely on Amazon if you have any problems. Anyway, it says non-returnable due to hazmat safety reasons. Well, I wonder if I didn't even see that on the other one. Non-returnable. Yeah, they're all non-returnable. You might want to take away that safety net there because the hazmat issue. So you'd have to deal with the warranty in that case. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go take it easy for the rest of the day. Hope you are too. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.